Today we make a large table that uses the Lagun Table leg system. It folds into a small footprint and works for both seating positions in our van conversion.
Howdy. So we got back from our Wales trip on Friday. One of the things that we wanted to do before we went away was add a table. So I have gone for something that has been tried and tested by many a van lifer. Everyone has one of these Lagun table mounts. In here you have an articulated bracket, and we want to make ours work a little bit harder if we can by having it available to use in both seating orientations. So what I'm going to work out is just how big I want to make the table.
Who else finds a lot of DIY is thinking and measuring. I wanted to make sure that the table would work over the sofa as a table and that would also store when not in use, hence the measuring before I came to the golden measurement.
Okay, after weighing up my options, I think I'm going to go with a giant table to start off with, and we'll try it out, see if it works for us. So I'm going to cut one that's 50 centimeters wide, just under 20 inches wide, 100 centimeters tall, and then I'm going to make it so it has leaves, so when it folds in half it's a 50 by 50 centimeter table.
This 15mm plywood was left over from the shower cubicle, and I cut it to overall size first, the thinking being I could test mount it before progressing too far.
So the mounting plate is made of aluminium, very thick aluminium, and you get these big M8 bolts with it, which I've cut down, so by the time they've passed through here and through the 15mm birch I've got on the end here, I've got just enough to get a washer and the nylock nuts on there. It will be central to these chairs here. I'm just going to drill pilot holes through and then drill out the larger holes for these bolts.
The bolts were added and I slid on the mount and then popped the tabletop on to give the first test drive. This is me using the laptop. Yes, that is what I actually do for a living.
What I've done is marked the centre point from both ends. I'm going to take it outside now and I'm going to mount the plate onto this, which is going to form the bottom.
This allowed me to do another test mount and sit in before getting the reinforcements in for a proper test.
I'm going to see my tattoo.
Yeah, show me your tattoo. Oh, nice. You do it yourself? Mm-hmm. So this will all move so you can get in and out.
Clever.
And in a minute it's going to fold over so it's only that big. When it's closed. But I want you to just sit in there and have a sit.
Now we have a table.
So like this needs a little bit of a squeeze. It'll work. So I've just measured 25, so the leaves are 25. By my maths, when they fold in, they should fold in and form a 50 by 50 table. But before I do that, I'm going to route around the edge with a rollover bit just to take the sharp edge off of it all.
We have opted for some inset solid brass back flap hinges, which needed some careful routing from Dave. These allow the table to do this. The hinges are attached very easily with some screws. We opted to protect the table with 3 coats of Osmo Polyx oil. It does an incredible job of bringing out the grain, and it's food safe too. A latch was added to keep it together when in transit or being moved or used in the closed position.
Okay, so we've been away on the hottest weekend of the year, middle of this table build. So this is where it's stowed when we're travelling. And then when we're not travelling, run like that.
It moves. Yeah, out. It does.
And there we are. Fold back up. Latch back up.
Back up.
It goes back in over there. There we are.
There we are.
We are back from our latest trip and the table works a treat. What I'm going to do next is fit another Lagun bracket. After some careful deliberation, I actually decided to mount it centrally on the battery box itself, drilling out and painting the holes ready for some M8 riv nuts. Now we've got a bracket here and the seats can work this way around. However, one more thing I want to do just to give this a bit of rigidity when the leaves are open. So I have found these leaf supports that extend. So they're attached with screws and they're very simple to install. So what you have basically under here is this, which then slides in. I'll just show you. You got wibbly, 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 wibbly. Get it out. It's a little bit less wibbly, 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 wibbly. So just give it a bit of structure. There we are. And this is it in driving mode. What do you think now?
I think it looks really good.
For longer journeys.
Long journey. If we have to keep on driving, we could eat our lunch from here if we need to.
And you could do colouring.
Sticker books.
Yeah. That kind of thing.
Yeah, anything you really want to do.
So pretty happy with that. Let us know what you think down in the comments. Hope you have a great week. See you soon.